alaikum. We shall now begin telling you the story of Babur, the first Mughal emperor. Babur and Ibrahim Lodi. Babur had attacked the border areas of India 4 times before he finally came to India in 1526 AD. At that time, Muslim rulers were ruling in the northern part of India. The Qutub Minar had already been made in Delhi by the first Delhi Sultan Qutbuddin Aibak. The rulers from the slave dynasty to the Lodi dynasty are called the Delhi Sultanate. Ibrahim Lodi, the son of Sikandar Lodi, was the last king of the Lodi dynasty to rule in North India. There was a group of nobles who were against Ibrahim Lodi. He inspired a feeling of anger in the nobility by replacing old commanders with new ones who were loyal to him. Ibrahim Lodi did not inherit the ruling capabilities of his father Sikandar Lodi. He was not strong enough to manage the people who rebelled against him. His nobles asked Babur to invade India and help them dethrone Ibrahim Lodi. Babur agreed to invade India and dethrone Ibrahim Lodi on their invitation, as he had always dreamed of conquering India. So, for the fifth time, Babur came to invade India. Babur fought Ibrahim Lodi on the field of Panipat, now in Haryana, on 21st April 1526. It is called the First Battle of Panipat and it initiated the Mughal rule in India. Ibrahim Lodi had a big army of 100,000 soldiers and 1,500 elephants. He made his army stand together in a rectangle as he was not very efficient in planning. On the other hand, Babur was not only a clever warrior but also a good army leader. Humayun told Babur, "We are lesser in number than them." Babur replied, "We might be lesser in number, but we are superior in skill." Babur had only some artillery and 12,000 soldiers. Out of them, the cavalry army on horses was divided into 3 groups. One group of soldiers had to ride along the sides and attack the Lodi army from the back. The other 2 groups had to attack the Lodi army from the sides. Babur used his small army very efficiently. He placed big guns called cannons in a line in front of his army when it faced the Lodi army. In India, people were not used to such weapons. Lodi did not know how to fight this attack from all sides. His army was badly hit by the quick and efficient Mughals. As Babur attacked, many of Lodi's soldiers were killed. The remaining ran away after being chased by Babur's fast horsemen. A general of Ibrahim's army came to Ibrahim and said, "Your Majesty, your life is precious. If we lose, you can always form another army later and fight." But Ibrahim Lodi said, "No, I cannot go away. See, there are so many people fighting for me. I cannot leave them." So he fought on. When Babur was informed about Ibrahim Lodi's death during the battle, he said to his soldiers, "Take me to his dead body." On seeing Ibrahim Lodi lying dead on the ground, Babur bent down and lifted his head with his hands and said, "He was a brave king. I will give him the funeral befitting a king. I will also make a tomb for him." Thus ending the rule of Ibrahim Lodi, the last ruler of the Delhi Sultanate. Babur became the first Mughal emperor to rule over a part of North India around Delhi and Agra. After his victory in the Battle of Panipat, Babur ruled only for 4 years. He did not spend much time in India. He was a brave and kind ruler. His body was very fit and strong. He is said to have swum nearly every big river in India and that too often against the current. He was so healthy and fit that he could carry 2 people, one on each shoulder, and run or even climb on a slope. Let me now share a fun fact with you. Interestingly, it was Alexander the Great who discovered bananas in India when he invaded the nation in 327 BC. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe my channel. Hit the bell icon so you never miss any videos. I'll be back really soon with more on Mughal emperors. Allah Hafiz.